I just had an aha moment, and she doesn't even know what a big aha moment it was, my producer, Tracy. We were just talking about how the mainstream media and the Trump haters and all the usual suspects are lining up in opposition to Trump's tariffs. Liberation Day came and went. Of course, the stock market expected to feel some pain. We'll see how it all fleshes out. But I am fascinated by watching all of the people who hate Trump root against America. I'm really intrigued by this. And I was just talking about it with Tracy. And Tracy is a real common sense, sharp-edged, sharp-elbowed conservative, hardworking lady, worked in Tampa Bay for years at the Tampa Bay Times. We managed to snag her just as she listened to the show, and she started as our screener, and I like her a lot, and the team likes her a lot, and she seems to enjoy being here, but she's not a seasoned broadcaster or something. I mean, not that matters, but it's not like she spent 100 years in talk radio and working on a talk show like this one. And she has so much wisdom. So she and I we're talking a little bit about Liberation Day, Trump's big announcement. And it's a bold move. I mean, there's no question. This is big time. This is taking on the globalists and putting Main Street first. This is trying to put America first in a massive way. Here was President Trump's announcement about Liberation Day from the Rose Garden at the White House.
I will sign a historic executive order instituting reciprocal tariffs on countries throughout the world. Reciprocal. That means they do it to us and we do it to them. Very simple. Can't get any simpler than that. This is one of the most important days, in my opinion, in American history. It's our declaration of economic independence. For years, hardworking American citizens were forced to sit on the sidelines as other nations got rich and powerful, much of it at our expense. But now it's our turn to prosper, and in so doing, use trillions and trillions of dollars to reduce our taxes and pay down our national debt, and it'll all happen very quickly. With today's action, we are finally going to be able to make America great again, greater than ever before.
Now, to watch the media, this is the worst thing they've ever experienced, and they're rooting for the economy to completely tank. In other words, they're rooting against the country. They're actively and enthusiastically cheerleading for the demise of the American economy. Because I guess then they can say, see, Trump doesn't know what he's doing. That's all it's about for them, to try to get a leg up on him because they hate him so much. And this has thankfully shifted all of the boogeyman stuff away from Elon Musk for a little bit and back to Trump. And they're ranting and carrying on, and this is awful, and this is terrible. And now, I was talking to Tracy about why people are enthusiastically rooting against the country. This isn't about Trump. I think Piers Morgan posted something yesterday on X that was kind of Captain Obvious, but it's true. This is either going to be a spectacular success, and it's going to revitalize our country. It's going to bring manufacturing back. It's going to create jobs. And these dying cities like Detroit and Dayton, Ohio, and the Rust Belt, there's going to be a renaissance. There's going to be all kinds of growth and economic prosperity in a way we've never seen. Either that's going to happen, or we're going to completely tank and the country falls apart, and we're going to have a recession and a depression, and we're going to be back to, people jumping off of buildings in Wall Street in 39. And I wonder why the people who are rooting against Trump's tariffs and thereby rooting against the country don't want any of this to succeed. And Tracy, my producer, put it perfectly and summed it up quite succinctly and simply. She said, they hate America. They don't like this place. They don't want this country to be prosperous. They want us to be miserable. COVID was their euphoria. The pandemic was a place that they loved to be. Miserable, scared, angry, isolated, unhappy. Ultimately, I struggle with this because I don't want to believe it, but I'm starting to think she's right. I mean, I've said this over and over again. Certainly during the campaign and both campaigns, I kept saying they're not against Trump, they're against you and me. They don't like America firsters. They hate MAGA. A red hat puts them into spasms of rage. Make America great again. Well, that can't happen. America's never been great. It's awful, racist, xenophobic, horrible. And I think my producer's take on this is pitch perfect. Have you noticed the enthusiasm and the glee with which people who are reacting to Trump's tariffs are responding? They want the country to fail. Because then they can say, aha, he doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, no matter what you think of Donald Trump, do you honestly think he's setting out to destroy our economy? Do you honestly believe that he wants the country to go into a recession or a depression? You might, because you think he's Hitler, and you think maybe that's the way he's going to control us, or some crazy nut job theory. But to rational people who don't like the guy, I say to you, do you think he wants this to fail? He's been talking about tariffs and free trade, fair trade rather, for decades. I got an Oprah Winfrey interview from 35 years ago. He said he laid all this out. This isn't new for him. I don't know that Tracy is wrong. I want to find out what you think. Welcome aboard. It's Thursday, April the 3rd. We're in the Relief Factor studios. Our number is 800-655-MIKE. 800-655-6453. One call does it all. Call or text us. Give me your reaction. Mark from Michigan says, not sure I quite agree with Tracy's analysis, but I would say that the far left hates Trump more than they love their country. I'm not sure it's just the far left, Mark. I'm seeing a whole lot of people in the media today and last night who are not at all far lefters. What about Mitch McConnell voting against what Trump is trying to do with tariffs with Canada? What about Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins? So my question to you is, with all of the cheerleading against America and all the negative response to Trump's announcement of tariffs, is Tracy right? Do they just hate the country that much? 800-655-MIKE, 800-655-6453. Hope you join us. Text messages pouring in on the MyPillow text line, brought to you, of course, by MyPillow. And Mike Lindell has his own Liberation Day going on, the mega sale. Great prices on all the products at MyPillow.com. Make it a MyPillow Thursday. Treat yourself to the best night's sleep of your life. You heard me brag about these Giza Dream Sheets forever. Man, wait till you see these prices on Giza Dream Sheets. These are elegant, comfortable, smooth, luxurious sheets. They're like sheets you get in a five-star hotel. And the mega sale is leading to an extraordinary price only when you enter the promo code MikeG. But if you go to MyPillow.com and look for the Mike Gallagher Radio Special Square, click on that box. The Giza Dream Queen Sheets, normally $139.98. You want to know what your wholesale price is when you enter the promo code MikeG? $69.99. King size only $10 more, $79.99. The pillow itself as low as $14.98. Pillow never goes flat, stays cool all through the night. You throw it in the washer and the dryer as much as you want. Stays nice and fresh. It'll conform to your neck, your back, your head. It's a great product, a great American company, and a great patriot like Mike Lindell, who's been put through the ringer and put through so much hell on earth, and you know it. So, hey, stand with Mike, stand with MyPillow, and enjoy the mega sale going on right now. Go to MyPillow.com. Promo code Mike G. MyPillow.com. Don't forget to enter the promo code Mike G. Or call 800-928-6034. 800-928-6034. Sing along with me. Promo code Mike G. So here's Michigan. Mike, they're globalists. They're not Americans. That's their point of view. Jeff in Allentown, Democrats hate themselves more than they hate America. Interesting. And finally, also from Michigan, I think Tracy is very close to the core of the problem, but not quite on the bullseye. I think this is more about people's narcissism than about hatred for America. People admit their hatred for virtue and add to that the desire to be proven right, even at the expense of society as a whole. So what is it? Which is it? Why are so many smart people rooting and enthusiastically predicting Trump's failure when it comes to the tariffs? I just saw a column by my friend and colleague Kevin McCullough over at townhall.com, who breaks down the whole tariff battle brilliantly, as he often and usually does. I'll share that with you here in a couple of moments. But first to your calls. Ronnie in Oregon. Ronnie, how you doing?
Doing fine. You know, the Democrats, to me, are so evil because they had no concern about the attempts on Trump's life. It's like they rallied in it. So they're so evil. They're not only evil, but they're sick. They're mentally disturbed. And I don't know how anybody in their right mind could support one Democrat as well as some of the Republican Party that's just as sick and mentally off as the Democrats, because they team up with them and go with them against this country, and they hate people.
Yeah, I think you got to be careful, because what they say about all of us sounds like what you're saying about all Democrats, and there are you can't say all Democrats are sick and evil. I think we got to be careful in not just condemning an entire political party, because again, that's how they talk about us. That we're all crazy, and we're all in a cult, and we're all Hitler, and we're all this, and we're all evil, and you know that's that. But I look, there are plenty of people who seem to just have a contempt for America at their core, and truly, and look, there is a lot of evil. Incidentally, you're right. There's tons of evil all around us. Wait till you hear about the guy at Walgreens in Fresno, California, got gunned down. Why? Because he worked at a Walgreens, and the killer supposedly had an axe to grind with Big Pharma. When you embrace Luigi Mangione, this is what's going to happen. So you're right, no shortage of evil, but let's just be careful not to say all Democrats, because it isn't true. Brandon in Jacksonville, Florida. Hello, Brandon.
Hey, Mike, how's it going on? I just wanted to say the reason why it seems like the way it is because of left-wing, state-sponsored propaganda.
Yep.
This teaches people to hate Donald Trump. When they see "Make America Great Again" hats, they say evil, but in reality, all it is, hey, let's make America great again.
I mean, that's literally what the hat says. And who's against making America great? I mean, think about it.
When you get these interest rates down, everyone's going to reap the benefits. Trump is in office for all people.
Bingo. That's exactly right. I mean, this is what I never understand about these people. Don't they want their taxes lowered? Don't they want border security? Don't they want law and order? Don't they want criminals? Well, some of them don't. But it just intrigues me. And if you're not understanding the tariffs, and look, I don't claim to be any kind of economic expert. I joked yesterday with the team. Boy, this is fun navigating through tariffs like I know my you-know-what from a hole in the ground. But there's a lot of smart people around me who do. Wait till you hear the way Kevin McCullough breaks it all down over at townhall.com. We'll share that with you and a whole lot more next.
For full shows live and on demand at Salem News Channel.